Fred, do you want all the cereals?
You mean all of them mixed in, you mean?
Yeah.
Fred McNeill and Matt Blair are used to sharing. This morning at Fred's modest two-bedroom apartment in the Hancock Park area of Los Angeles, they are competitively sharing a box of cereal.
You take this huge bowl here against my small bowl here, and you fill this bowl up with cereal. You know how much cereal is left after you've done that, Mr. Matt Blair?
Well, you just have to go back to the store.
Yeah, right.
Number 54, Fred McNeill, a savage pursuer. Matt Blair, another linebacker known for his nasty.
It's been 38 years since Blair and McNeill first met. Fred as the Vikings' #1 draft choice out of UCLA, Blair the second-round pick from Iowa State.
We both made the team. I think that was probably the first time that it's kind of like I kind of accepted Fred as a friend.
We got to be good friends, you know. In terms of the competition then, shoot, that was good.
Just up the road at the famous Rose Bowl in Pasadena, the Vikings made their last Super Bowl appearance in 1977. It was the shining moment of McNeill's career.
It's blocked by Fred McNeill. It's loose on the 5-yard line. Running after the Minnesota Vikings. They down it on the Raider 2-yard line.
This block of future Oakland Hall of Famer Ray Guy in the Super Bowl, the only time Guy had a punt blocked in his career. McNeill played a number of his college games here at the LA Coliseum for UCLA, a number against his brother who was with USC.
And so he and we clashed a lot.
Counting his high school, college, and NFL days, Fred played the game for over 20 years. That's over 20 years of violent head-on collisions the sport demands. Hits that have taken an obvious toll on McNeill.
We got to do something. We got to do something because this is something that's having an impact on kids in high school, players in college, players in the NFL.
Fred started law school during his last year with the Vikings, eventually graduating at the top of his class from the William Mitchell College of Law in St. Paul. He became a partner in a local firm, but in 1996 was let go because his work was declining. They relocated to California, going into private practice, but his pattern of odd behavior continued, and his career was spiraling out of control. So too was his marriage to Tia, who separated from Fred, but remains very much in his life today.
There would be some bouts of anger, some just over the simplest things, and I'd be like, you know, where is this coming from? This is not Fred.
Through her own research and discussions with doctors specializing in head trauma, Tia connected the dots between his football concussions and Fred's diagnosis of early onset dementia.
I've learned more about head trauma than I ever thought I would, and we've talked about this. You just deal. You're dealt a hand, and you just deal with the hand you're dealt, and that's kind of where we are.
I feel good.
Singing karaoke twice a week is part of Fred's therapy.
So nice. So nice.
Anything to slow down the progression of this disease.
I called it. Your turn.
So is keeping active. But it makes you wonder what could have been. Even a simple game of horse with his best friend brings out the lawyer Fred had always aspired to become.
Are you saying that a person has to describe the play and the ball and how the ball goes in all the way through every perspective of that ball?
He was never carried off the football field with a concussion hit. But it's those hits that I guess you do over and over and over, and you're making tackles, and maybe one hit him, but he could continue on playing.
He'll be a witness.
For the past 6 months, every Tuesday and Thursday, Fred McNeill takes an hour drive here to Orange County to undergo advanced hyperbaric treatment.
And here is a lot of the damage. You see all the holes here and here.
Dan Fredrickson is the president of Advanced Hyperbarics. This room is Fred's refuge, where pure oxygen in a pressurized chamber, they say, helps heal the entire body.
Our main goal is to have them back to what they were before they started playing football, or somewhere close to that.
Talking to my family members and talking to my friends, they actually say, Fred, you feel you're doing so much better.
I did it my way.
My Way. That song, My Way. Okay, it is all about my way. And every time I get ready to sing that song, I almost feel like I should sit there and tell the story.
To say the
Miss you, man. You going back to that cold weather? I'm going with you.